All right, babes, so I'm gonna start by prepping my eyelids, and I'm using the Moira concealer today. If you guys have not tried it out, I definitely recommend you do. These are the Moira Mega Concealers, and I'm still sick, so if my voice sounds a little off, that's why. But I'm using that concealer, and honestly, guys, I would say it's compared to the Tarte Shape Tape and even the Too Faced concealer. So I'm just gonna put some of that on my eyelids and prep them. All right, so for today, I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. And the first shade that I went in with, which you guys can tell I already did this side, is this, ooh, let me put my brush down. It's this shadow right here, and that is Orange Soda. Yeah, Orange Soda. So I'm taking that on a Makeup Shack T68 brush, and I'm just packing that on my eyelid and then blending it out. Sorry guys, you know, I'm still sick over here. So I did this look that I'm gonna be doing today on Instagram stories last night, and I only did the eyes though. But I was like, okay, bitch, I know not everyone can like learn a look just by watching Insta stories. So I was like, I will also film it again tomorrow for y'all, for YouTube, because I'm a nice bitch. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I was like, I'll just film it again. I also did film me doing the face. I just didn't post that on Instagram. I did it for like a mini tutorial. So you guys can expect it on my feed too. So for my next eyeshadow, I'm taking the shade Rustic, and that is this bad bitch right here. And I'm taking that on a Makeup Shack T83 brush. So this look is literally gonna be the same way that I did it on Instagram. So like I said, I didn't do my face on there. You guys haven't seen that, but I'm using all the same products because I had a few girls be like, can you please refilm this? And I'm like, bitch, if you only knew, I already did. So I'm using all the same products that I used that day. So with the shade Rustic, I'm just patting that in first and building my eyeshadow to later blend it. I don't know if I mentioned the brush, but it's a Makeup Shack T83. It's really early in the morning, guys. Like, I'm tired. I need to get my shit together. So I'm gonna take the shade Sienna now, and that is this shadow right here. And I'm taking it on a Makeup Shack T33 brush, and I'm just gonna pack that underneath the shade Rustic and just build up my shadow. I really want this look to be intensified, if that makes sense, because I'm gonna be cutting the crease. So like I said, if you guys saw my story, you guys know what it looks like. So, you know, we need to make sure our shadows are intense so that when you cut the crease, they're still there, if that makes sense. Yes, no? I'm waiting for y'all to respond to me. But yeah, something like that. All right, so I'm gonna take the shade Mulberry, which is this shadow on the corner, on a Makeup Shack T67. And we're just gonna pack that in and make it as intense as this eye. So it's not much of blending anymore. It's like literally just packing on. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna be cutting my crease, and I'm using the Makeup Shack T77 brush and some of that Moira concealer to do so. And we just gonna cut this bitch up. Clearly, I already did my left eye, but you know, that way you guys can see what it looks like if you have not seen the look. So now I'm just gonna bring all of that concealer down and lay it all over the inner part of that crease. don't worry about the edges if the edges didn't come out perfect, because I mean, that gets covered. So kind of messed up right there. But if you do ever mess up like crazy, take a very small brush, the darkest shadow you used, and blend that bitch out like that. And then she's clean again. All right, so now I'm gonna take the Makeup Shack T52 and the shade Rose Pink, and that is a shimmer. It's right here. So I'm gonna take that and just apply it on top of my concealer and make it look pretty. Look how bomb that looks. I didn't spray my brush or anything. I'm kind of just laying the shadow on its own. Next, I'm taking the Makeup Shack T8 brush and that shade Mulberry again, and I'm just gonna lay it on the outer and inner part of my eyelid just to create that like halo look. Just like that. And don't use like a big brush, because the biggest mistake that a lot of people make is that they use big brushes. Like, girl, you gonna make your halo look like a no halo. You guys get me? Like, don't make the mistake of using a big ass brush to do this step. Don't. So next, I'm gonna take the Araceli Ojos Perfectos liquid eyeliner, and I'm just gonna lay that on. You guys could skip this step. Like, if you want, you could have just left it at the halo and just thrown on some lashes, called it a day, which would be fine, honestly. You can add eyeliner and call it a day like this, or you can be extra as fuck like me and throw on glitter on top of the eyeliner. Like, you don't have to do these last two steps. It's kind of just like, do you want to do it? Do you like it? If you don't, it's cool. Right, so now that that's on, I'm gonna take the Golden Paradise glitter in the shade Amor, and that is this one right here. I totally just covered it like that. Sorry, guys. And I'm gonna start popping that on top of the eyeliner. And just first applying some of my MAC mixing fluid. Now we're gonna go in with the glitter. And just press that in. Just like that. Now for lashes, I am using the Makeup Shack lashes in the style Giselle, and I'm applying them with the Makeup Shack lash glue, which is honestly the only lash glue I use now. Don't get me wrong, I still love my duo with the green packaging, but I ran out and I haven't, like, you know, I have this one. I don't find the need to, ooh, where are you going? I don't find the need to get another one. So this is the packaging from Giselle, and the lash itself looks like this. Next, I'm taking my Araceli Ojos Perfectos gel liner, and I'm just gonna pop that on the top waterline. All right, so now that that's done, we can move on to the face. So I'm just gonna be moisturizing and priming. And lately for my primer, I have been using the Revlon Rose Glow. I also still use a regular primer, but I have been liking that. I'm also gonna use the Morphe Revitalizer primer. And what else? For moisturizer, I'm just gonna be using the Sephora Hydrate Moisturizer. Oops, I was like, this one, it's this one. So I'm just gonna do that off camera so I don't take up a lot of time on this video, and I'll be right back. So for foundation today, I'm using the Morphe foundation, and it is in the shade F230 and F220. I have to mix both because F220 fits me a little better, but it has a neutral undertone, so I mixed 230 in it so that it can kind of give me my undertone, if that makes sense. but F230 is kind of way too dark for me. So it's just like a little bit of that one. And I'm using a Makeup Shack T42 brush to apply that on. I feel like this foundation like a little goes a long way. So I don't like to use a beauty blender because I feel like with a beauty blender, I'll cake on my foundation as, and with the brush, I won't do that. I'll kind of like blend it out everywhere. So that's kind of why I use a brush on this foundation versus using a beauty blender. All right, so now that the foundation's on, I'm gonna be using the Moira concealer today. I know I just covered the whole camera, but I'm gonna be using that concealer. I'm just making sure I added a good amount of foundation on everywhere. You know, gotta make sure we looking good. So I'm gonna take these shades 1.75 and 100. 100 is very bright and I like that, but you guys know sometimes I don't like it too bright. So that's I'm gonna take this shade 1.75. Oh, sorry, I know I covered you guys again. And I'm just gonna pop that bitch right on. And now I'm going in with no, I doesn't say 1.75. This is shade 100, I mean. And just highlight. So just like that. You guys see like the two shades against my face. I'm also gonna be using the T42 again. And we just gonna blend everything right out. And when I come under my eyes, I just make sure I'm kind of careful. So to not poke my eye. But I like that this brush is like small enough to get into every little area, but big enough to like beat your whole face. This brush is a concealer brush, but I like to use it for foundation, bitch, because I don't know, I like it. All right, so I'm gonna be taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee now, and just kind of doing like a subtle contour with the cream, you know, bitch. All right, so I'm just gonna take that and run it down all the areas that I wanna contour. I put too much right there. On your nose, don't put too much. Cause bitch, then your nose gonna be dark. I went in with a lot. I'm just gonna make sure I blend it out, but you don't want to use as much as I did, because I used a lot. All right, so I'm gonna use the same Makeup Shack T42 brush to blend that out. And honestly, don't go too crazy with the blending, because then it'll look like you just kind of have a blob. Like, make sure you keep it, you know, aligned, if that makes sense. I know I probably look crazy right now, but it'll all come along right now. And then I like to leave a little gap. I don't know if you guys saw that I left like a line. The reason I do that is because I press the concealer like into my hairline. So instead of like putting it directly on my like hairline, I kind of just press it in. Yes, makeup gets in my hair, but it doesn't matter, because if you guys watch my video where I like get unready and it's like my nighttime skincare routine, I literally clean my hairline with a wipe, because I know I put foundation in, like whatnot in there. All right, so I already blended my contour out and I started setting this out of my face. I used the RCMA No Color Powder. You guys are like, bitch, why did you not show us like blend your nose contour? Well, Lupe called me and I could not like record, and I wasn't just gonna sit there and waste time. So I was like, bitch, just start blending it out. I was gonna say the Makeup Shack. The sponge is from the Makeup Shack, and I'm just using that to press it all in. But you guys are like, where are you going today, bitch? Today's the grand opening of Laura's Cerritos location. So me and Lupe decided we would go and show some support, because you know, that's a real bitch. And yeah, so that's why I'm like getting ready. I have glitter like here and there on my face and it's kind of annoying me, but it's not that bad. I should have brushed it off. So I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Matte Press Powder. This is what it looks like. And honestly, this has been my go-to press powder lately. So I'm just gonna take that, oh, bitch, I put a lot, and press it in all over my face. And when I say all over, bitch, I mean all over. You don't have to set your face with like a pressed powder, but honestly, I feel like it makes a difference and it brings my like face back to life. I don't know, so I like to do it. And then I also bring that all the way down to my neck. And if you guys are like, that's like, you have a line right there, I did that on purpose. When I add bronzer, it's gonna look better, so don't fucking say shit. I'm just playing with y'all. I like to be extra. I'm like, fight me. I'm just gonna take the Anastasia Soft Glam palette and I'm gonna do my under eyes. I'm obviously not gonna film that for you guys, like show you guys, because I feel like I take forever doing it. But I'm gonna be using the Makeup Shack T53. And basically I'm gonna use all the same shadows that I use on top, on bottom, nothing different. So we'll be right back. All right, so now that that's done, I'm gonna take a Dose of Colors eyeliner in the shade Unbox. I think this is the one I wanted to use. Is it? Let me double check. Yeah, it is. So this is the eyeliner in the shade Unboxed, and it's kind of like the shade Mulberry from that palette. And I'm just gonna take that and run it down on my waterline. I kind of like having this mirror because then I can like cover my face when I'm like, y'all get me? Just like that. And you guys see the difference? Love that. I'm gonna take the ColourPop Cosmetics Volumizing Mascara and just pop that on my lower lashes. I do have a discount code with them. It is, I just received a package for them, so I have it right here. It is 5 MUA Erika 18. And if you guys ever forget my codes, they are all linked down below in the description box. So you guys can just check them out right there. I usually try to update them every time I update a video. But like if you go back to an older video, it doesn't have like the newer ones. Like I said, every new video I'll update it, so just check that. I would say check my most recent video, being that that one will have the newer codes. So now I'm just gonna set my Soft Glam palette away because we are done with that bitch. And if you guys know, I hate a mess and I cannot have things laying around. So I'm gonna be using the Silhouette Contour Palette from the Makeup Shack. And I'm going in with a different shade today. I'm gonna be using the shade Golden, and that is this shadow right here. And I will be taking that on a Makeup Shack T21. Now the shade Golden is kind of dark, so be careful with it, because yesterday when I was doing this look, I like went like that twice. And bitch, I picked up a lot. I was like, holy fuck. So I really had to blend it out. And you just pop that everywhere. Everywhere that, you know, I put the yeah, I wasn't say concealer, but it is concealer. I want to say concealer and contour, if that makes sense. I wasn't say wherever you put the contour. So wherever I put the concealer to contour, I add that shadow. Because, bitch, we want to be golden and cute or whatever. And I also run that down here. Now, I know I don't always do a cream contour like today, but if you guys pay attention, I do a powder contour all the time because I contour my nose, the rest of my face. Like, I don't just bronze on my cheeks, I contour. It's called a powder contour. So if you guys are like, do you ever contour? Because I've had a few people ask me, like, yes, I technically powder contour every single day. But you get me? It's a powder contour. It's not a cream contour. So now I'm going to be taking the Makeup Shack T44 brush and just touching up my nose a little bit with that same eyeshadow. That same bronzer, I mean, or contour shade, because it is a contour palette. And now taking my favorite brush for my nose, that is the Makeup Shack which one is that? T65. I'm gonna take the shade Light, which is the only shade I have found that I like to highlight my nose. And we just gonna highlight the tip. And I'm just gonna take my finger and soften that up. Y'all, I hear that every single day. And like I was saying, I'm just gonna take that, run it down my nose, and just brighten that bitch up. I kind of like having my nose that bright. And I just take my finger and I pat it to, you know, kind of soften that up. Just like that. And if you're like, babe, I did it too bright, like if you did it, just take the other brush and kind of just run it along. I mean, I know I didn't put it exactly on it. I wanted it that bright, but what's new, guys? All right, so I'm gonna take the LA Girl Moonlight highlighting palette, and this one, it's called Moonlight Magic, I mean. So it's actually really pretty. I've used it so many times already, but I just haven't showed you guys. Or I'm gonna take this shade, but what I meant to say was, it's not that I don't show you guys, it's just, I don't post every single lip that I do sometimes because, like, let's say I'm gonna go out like quick. I don't have time to be taking pictures and everything. So that's what I'm at. I'm gonna take the Makeup Shack T50 and yeah, I'll take this shadow right here, or that highlight. And we just gonna run it along, because the reason I thought about it was because I was thinking of using the pinker one, being that I did a pink look today, but I think I'd rather use that pink shadow in the inner corners, which I think is what I did last night. I'm pretty sure that's what I did last night. We're just gonna add this everywhere. Kind of went in crazy on my nose. We can always soften that up. I love a good highlight. And LA Girl came out with a few of those palettes, like different tones and stuff. So they really tried catering to everyone. I made my nose a little brighter than I meant. So I'm just going back in, I mean. Now I'm gonna take the Makeup Shack T8 brush, if I can find it. So I'm gonna take the T8 and that other shade that I told you guys, which is the first one. It's this one right here. And I'm gonna pop that on the inner corners of my eyes. I feel like an eyelash bothering the hell out of me over here. And we're gonna pop it in on the inner corners and really just brighten it up. And if you guys are like, does that really make a difference? Well, I don't know, you tell me, do you see the difference? Cool. So now that that's done, we're just gonna move on to lips. And they also sent me this new lippy I had not tried and I fell in love. First of all, Cafe is my favorite lip liner right now, aside from Strip Down from MAC, because that's like my #1. But this lip liner is in the shade Cafe, and it is from LA Girl, and it is like the only one I've been using lately. So let me just line my lips right quick. All right, now to use the actual lipstick I said I would show you guys and I didn't. It is the LA Girl Lipify Stylo, One Swipe Intense Creamy Color lipstick. It doesn't say that, but we're just gonna throw it in. This is what it looks like. You just kind of turn this little knob and it comes out. And, you know, pop it right in. I feel like this shade was perfect for this look. I'm just take my lip liner and touch that up. Now I'm gonna take my Makeup Shop T77 brush and pick up some of my foundation. And by some, I mean very little. And just clean up my lips. Now I'm gonna take my Gerard Slay All Day setting spray in lavender, I believe. Yeah, lavender. And just set my entire face. So I didn't open my eyes. If you guys are like, bitch, why did you not open your eyes? Because last time I accidentally like opened my eyes right away and some of it got in my eye and it low-key burned because of the lavender. So that kind of like hurt. I had lip gloss on my teeth. Yeah, so like I was saying, it kind of bothered my eyes. So that is why this time I just didn't open my eyes and I let it set. So now that that's done, this is the completed look. And by the way, you guys did not notice in my last video, I cut my hair again. I told myself I was gonna let it grow and I couldn't do it. Like, bitch, I love short hair right now. Summer's coming up and bitch, we own. So I'm just gonna change and then I'll come back to close out this video and record my intro as well. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, so that basically concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, you guys didn't have to do the eyeliner or the glitter, but if you are extra like myself, I hope you did do it. Yeah, if you guys have not followed me on Instagram, please do so. It's muaerika18 or Makeup by Erika Rod. Yes, I have 2 accounts. And yeah, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and let me know your comments. Did you guys like it? Are you gonna try the glitter? Are you not gonna try it? And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to create this look that you guys see, and I did do it on my Insta stories on Instagram, and I also did film a little mini tutorial for my Instagram, but I got such a good feedback that I decided to film it for YouTube. And I also did ask if you guys wanted a step-by-step and a YouTube, and you guys said both. So I did both. Like, I love you hoes, so I hope you guys see that I'll be doing the most for y'all. And yeah, if you guys want to learn how I achieved it, just please keep watching this video.